The i2i Motorcycle Academy are 4 main courses designed to basically focus on techniques that make sense, help the rider understand the limits of themselves and make them feel more confident. And to do that, we have a series of courses. The first 2 courses, Machine Control 1 and Machine Control 2, are designed for riders to come on their own bikes with their own worries and their own concerns, which we understand, and get through these 2 courses without hurting themselves, without damaging their bike, but achieve some amazing results. For example, in Machine Control 1, one of the first exercises we tend to do is focus on the stability of the bike. Once we understand how the bike works, we can understand why we feel the way we feel sometimes.
Yeah, it's done a lot for my confidence, yeah. No, everything makes sense, it gives you more time. As long as you're controlled and thinking about it, it's good.
He puts things in perspective. So suddenly you think, yeah, you know, that's really common sense. So, yeah, love it. Great.
So we look at the stability of the bike. Bikes are very, very stable. Most people know this, they just don't feel like that. And what we try and do is we create a very relaxed, fun environment for all types of riders so that they can feel comfortable enough to ask the questions, to try the stuff out. And we can easily show them the facts, backed up with some physics, but a lot of powerful psychology in the way we run the courses to make everyone feel at ease. That's a very important part of what we do. We also go on and do braking. Some of the braking exercises are very, very simple, very powerful, very simple. If you pull the brake the wrong way, the front wheel will just lock very, very quickly. Pull the brake the correct way, with the proper technique, with a confident approach, with a calm rider, the results are unbelievable. So you can turn a surface that looks very, very slippy to a surface that provides so much braking power, the back wheel lifts into the air. We also do change in direction. Again, this is a very, very simple series of techniques, backed up with good physics, demonstration to help riders feel like they can achieve this in a way that makes them feel like it's not really trying anything that's new or on the limit. Very, very easy. Small inputs on the handlebars is all that's required. And we also do slow riding. Slow riding is something that many riders worry about because they don't want to drop their bike. I understand that, of course we do. So we try and help them understand that there's no reason to be afraid by going slow. The bike is still stable. It just requires a much calmer approach and a much calmer rider feeling that they can control the bike. So we do slow riding. There's many ways to do slow riding. You can do it extremely slow using techniques such as clutch and using the back brake, some of which we demonstrate, some of which we help riders achieve. Other ways are to do very little in terms of controlling the bike and just gently steer the bike over. Both of those are techniques we offer for people to see on Machine Control 1, but also to have a go at themselves. Again, this is on their own bikes, so we understand that people want to do this gently. Machine Control 2 is a nice follow-on to that. We take all of those same basic techniques, very easy techniques, but we add more levels of complexity to them. So we will do stuff like we'll move the braking forward to the point where we're getting the back wheel off the floor calmly. We also move on to a little bit of body position. We talk about braking on bends. Riders worry about things that might happen. We show them what will happen. We show them the techniques to make it easy. And whilst we don't condone braking on bends, it's nice to know you can if you make a mistake. Mistakes happen, so you either assume you can't do it or you learn how to. Machine Control 3, otherwise known as the knee-down course, essentially moves all of these skills forward in a very calm environment, but we give you a bike. It's much easier to break my bike than it is risk your own, and we understand that. So we provide them currently with a Triumph because we feel that's a good bike to do this on, and it's something that we feel requires a nice, decent bike that we're not afraid to drop, but at the same time is a nice machine as well. And it's the bike I ride, so that's the bike they do it on. Minimal protection, so it's all the rider. The knee-down course covers things like body position, focusing on steering with accuracy, calmness in bends, at big leans, but still get the knee out to give them a gauge of how far they are over. And all of that helps. It reinforces the confidence in grip and control on bends. And then the Machine Control 4 is designed for the rider that has done 1, 2 and 3, has started to feel really much more confidence than they've had before, but are still interested in exploring the limits of the bike. They're in a position now where they can push things harder. Again, we provide them with the bike, and we'll ask them to go beyond common limits, like braking really hard at the point where the back wheel comes off the floor, actually locking the front wheel on purpose, drifting the back end, making the back end break free, and then controlling the slide. Again, very difficult things to teach somebody on their own bike because they have that emotional connection with it, which we understand. So we've decided to produce a course that helps them learn those limits on a bike that isn't theirs in an environment where we can teach them the correct way to apply themselves, to be calm and get the result they're looking for without ever going beyond the limits. And that's what our machine control courses can do.
You don't think you can do what you can do, so I've had my money's worth already. I'll just go to the other now. The information I've got that I can put into practice that does work instantly is spot on.